Welcome to Euractiv's Tweets of the Week. Tusk says Brexiteers are in for a world of pain. It's EU industry days again. And Margrethe Vestager is not on the train. This week we are supported by EUROBAT. More about them at the end. This week's Brexit nonsense is brought to you by, surprisingly not Theresa May and yet another embarrassing debacle, but by European Council President Donald Tusk. In the tweet of the week, he said, "I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it out safely." Cue Brussels Bubble Westminster meltdown. Will it be inside or outside the infernal market? Asked Cliff Taylor. Guy Verhofstadt doubts even Lucifer would welcome them, as they'd probably manage to divide hell. Irish Taoiseach Leo Varadkar warned Tusk the British press would give him terrible trouble for that. He wasn't wrong. But Trumpton account reckons British newspapers complaining about incendiary language is pretty funny. Gareth Harding, meanwhile, has been waiting 25 years for an EU leader to say something quotable. It was worth the wait. Margrethe Vestager's spoof account noted that none of the prominent Brexiteers have denied this description applies to them, and Burley Monster asked what we were all thinking. Why do they have to get a special place? British exceptionalism, quipped James Crisp. And as dozens tried to imagine what this particular hell looks like, Jean-Claude Juncker had a better answer. His job. It is a hell. Alan Ferrier summed it up. Donald Tusk is a carpenter's son from Poland. He grew up with gun battles on his street, ran with anti-communist gangs, was imprisoned by the Soviets, and helped win Poland's autonomy. He has precisely zero facts to give about Brexiteer Tories accusing him of lacking manners. Elsewhere, this week, the European Commission celebrated EU Industry Day. Sounds boring, but where else would you find acoustic interior panels, foldable high heels, bags made of ecological leather, modular clothing, and fish clutch bags all in one place? Jyrki Katainen, Commission Vice President for Jobs, Growth and Investment, launched the Circular Plastics Alliance at the conference, and even Juncker took time out of his hellish schedule to attend, saying there is no lack of talent in Europe, no lack of ideas, and Europe's industry drives our economy. Finally this week, Competition Commissioner Margrethe Vestager blocked the Siemens Alstom merger. Martini Seltmar was quick to warn that if you're thinking of doing a bad train metaphor joke, don't. Too late. They Siemens rollin', she hatin', said Sam Morgan. Nick Gutteridge had even more mixed metaphors. Choppy waters for the EU. This row will take the wind out of their sails. And Alberto Alemano quoted Austrian Commissioner Johannes Hahn saying if Siemens do trains the way they do lobbying, he won't be taking one anytime soon. We need signalling systems to keep us safe and very high-speed trains for climate-friendly transport. Siemens and Alstom are champions in the rail industry, but without remedies, the merger would have resulted in higher prices, less choice and innovation, explained Vestager. Burley Monster reckoned she was ruling herself out of that Commission President role. And Spitzenkandidat Manfred Weber was also critical of the decision, calling it a mistake. But Thomas Philippon said 3 cheers for Vestager and the Commission, adding the merger would have raised prices and hurt EU consumers. This week, we are supported by EUROBAT, the Association of European Automotive and Industrial Battery Manufacturers. They'll be holding an election manifesto event on the 19th of February on the future role of EU batteries and the required policy framework for growth, jobs and innovation in Europe. That's it for this week. Join me again next Friday for more snarks and larks in the Brussels Bubble Twittersphere.